This dinner is really quick. Quick and easy, fast. 20-minute dinner, weeknight friendly. One pan meal. Hi, I'm Eric Kim. I'm a cooking writer for the New York Times food section. Today I'm going to show you, I would say it's a fan favorite, gochugaru salmon with crispy rice and raw cucumbers. I love this dish. You just sear the salmon and then you cook the rice in that salmon fat, serving this with the cucumber because it's like a fresh element with the fatty salmon. And there's crispy salmon skin, which is just like exactly what you want in a salmon dinner. And it's kind of like the thing that you would have at a restaurant, but you made it at home, and it's really easy. It doesn't make a mess. This dish is called gochugaru salmon. It is a main ingredient in so many dishes in Korean home cooking, including kimchi. The sauce is a very shiny, luxurious looking thing, and I really like shiny things. If I can get a final product in one of my recipes to have that shine, I like to do that when I can. It also tastes really good. This salmon dinner is the kind of thing that I pull out whenever I have to feed someone very quickly. In life, it's important to find those shortcuts when you can, especially when the end result is as delicious as this. So I love my rice cooker, but I do love making stovetop rice because I think it tastes different. You can kind of like taste the fire almost. My ratio for rice is always 1-to-1. Measure about a cup, put it in this sieve. The usual. Rinsing it a little bit. You don't have to go crazy with it. Now I'm just gonna add it to the pot here. I need a cup of water as well. I would normally let this sit for, about 10 minutes. We're kind of hungry, so I'm gonna get it started. At this stage, I'm just trying to get it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'll lower the heat, cover it, time it for 20 minutes, and then turn it off and let it steam for 10. That's it. And the rice will be perfect, trust me. So this has started to simmer. And then now you just cover it and lower the heat. Let it cook for 20 minutes exactly. I'm going to set a timer because I'm really bad at multitasking. I like to take a Persian cucumber, cut it into slices like that, and then just like smack each one. I just like this texture. It seems violent. Carrying it like this, but this eating experience is really nice. Also, on a weeknight, I don't have the patience to like chop, so I just like tear it with my fingers like this. I do this with zucchini too. You could eat this with raw zucchini actually. That'd be really lovely. I just salted it with some kosher salt, and the reason for that is it will really like flavor the cucumber, but also draw out some of the water. And what that does to the texture is it'll make it even crispier. And so that's our side dish. That's ready. I think before I fry the salmon though, I want to show you the sauce. These red pepper flakes are from Korea. My mom and my dad, they go to Korea every year and always bring back some gochugaru. A lot of people have asked, can I substitute the gochugaru for something else? And I think to that I would say, sure. Like people have used Aleppo pepper. That's like a closer approximation than like red pepper flakes, for instance. But then it's not gochugaru salmon. It's just like, smells incredible. It's just a chili pepper. Oh. This ingredient's really special to me, and I just really believe in its power, and I love this recipe because this is the star. It's 4 teaspoons of gochugaru. Make sure you are getting unseasoned rice vinegar. This happens to me all the time. It keeps happening to me where I have a recipe and it doesn't quite taste right. There's like something missing, and I think the missing ingredient is almost always rice vinegar. I don't know why. And it looks really loose now, but it's gonna become thick later. It's a teaspoon of kosher salt. That is divine. And we're gonna set that aside. It's been 20 minutes actually. So I'm gonna turn it off. And that's gonna steam for 10 minutes. Salmon's really rich, and you don't need too much. These are about 6 ounces each. Make sure that it's scaled. This one I scaled myself because I bought it and I noticed that it had a lot of scales. So I sat in the sink and just sort of grabbed it and like kind of scraped it with the end of my knife. It's a much more pleasurable eating experience if you scale the fish first before you fry it. And you want to do both sides, so. The crispy skin is king. It's the best part of the salmon, I would say. I feel like people associate it with restaurant food, but it's something that you can achieve at home, and I'm gonna show you how right now. Okay, over medium-high heat. We're gonna cook it on the skin side first, and let it cook there for 2 to 5 minutes. You're waiting for this lovely orange color to change to more of like a pinkish coral. And you're gonna watch it, the heat rising up on the flesh. And when it's about 2/3 up, that change in color, that's when you know to flip it. And that for me is like a nice medium rare. You can see where it's cooked and where it's not. Very crispy. These are gorgeous, they're looking pretty good. The second side always takes just like a minute or two, because we've cooked most of it on the skin side. This took like 5 to 7 minutes, and I just want to point out how little splatter, oil splatter there is around the counter, and that's why I like this recipe. Anyway, not to brag, but I'm bragging. I'm just gonna plate these now. And these are looking good. Salmon is so fatty and delicious. That is gonna be really great with the rice. So I just wanna add it straight to the salmon fat now. Salt the rice, not too much. I'm going to divide this by 4. Now the sauce. And you just really want to make sure it bubbles up a little bit. And what you're doing is just blooming the gochugaru a little bit. You don't want to burn it. It will tell you when it's done. I'm going to turn off the heat, and now I'm going to add the butter. And then you're adding butter at the very end to thicken it. How to feed 4 people in 20 minutes. The star is the gochugaru, but a lot of people really like the crispy rice too. Oh my god, yeah. There's a very aromatic flavor to this salmon that is really special, and I think it tastes like nothing else. And that's why I like it. It's very special. And the crispy rice. Do you know on audio, you hear that?
I can hear it.
You can hear it?